Let me just restart the story. So about 10 days ago, I discovered that somebody was in my bank account and they transferred money out of the bank account using something called Interact Transfer in Canada, which is very hard to do, except they did it. So unfortunately, money was transferred to an email address, which has led to nowhere, of course. You know, for the amount of money that was taken out, it's not like the police and the bank is going to jump on everything. Now, that wasn't the only thing that was accessed. I mean, this is embarrassing to talk about, to be honest with you guys. So it's not like I want to sit here and make this whole stream about, wow, poor Jay, poor this, poor that. I've definitely learned some lessons over the last 10 days about a lot of different things in life. One of them, security, making sure that things are locked down to a degree that cannot be accessed. So let's just be clear that they accessed basically everything that you could think about. So not only was my IP address put on to the internet, but I'm pretty confident that they got into the iCloud, which allowed them to be able to text people using my email address. So it would show up as a text message. Now, some things I'm not going to get into what we discovered, but you know, I've sort of figured out what was happening there to a certain degree. So they didn't get into my OnlyFans. So thank you for that. So at the end of the day, I woke up and discovered that they were in my bank account. Now, let me be clear about this. Money was transferred out. It went to another account. There is a report with the bank. There's not much I can do about that. The bank's not like jumping head over heels. It's not $200,000. So yeah, I lost money. What are you going to do about it? Do I think that it was a direct attack to take money from me? No. I have proof that that states otherwise. So if they really wanted to take a lot of money, they could have done that. They could have really fucked up a lot of things on the back end. But from my understanding, it looks like it was sort of a warning, like a warning shot from some people. So because of that nature, I had to change everything. Just to be clear with you guys, that's why I'd take 10 days off, because mentally having somebody go in your bank account and be like, hey, we're watching you. And we've now seen all of your personal videos, your personal photos of your family. We've seen all of your notes you've made on your phone. We've seen all of it. So to have somebody go into that out of the blue is not fun. I don't wish it upon my worst enemy. It's not fun, man. Completely fucked up my and Gabriel says wiener pics ? I'll just be honest with you guys. If you see my dick on the internet over the next 2 months, it's definitely my dick. I'll just get that out of the way. So, you know, I'm not going to lie about it. It's my dick. It's huge. I'm not going to lie. Leak my dick. I don't care. It was definitely in the photos. Because I sent it to a girlfriend. So it was in there. So I was going to come out with that anyways. And literally, I mean, come out. But honestly, I really, I was sexting a girlfriend. I'm not going to give too many more details on that, but that's not illegal to be intimate with your girlfriend. So I really don't care. Like, if the people are watching that have those photos, I know it's there. Just go ahead, leak them. I'm sure there's some people here that want to see it anyways. So go ahead. I don't care about that part. Really, I really don't care about that. Hand jobs for everyone. Everyone enjoy my dick. That's about the most personal thing that was in those photos. You know, and there's like business emails. So between companies, Nintendo, Xbox, Sony, talking about money, you know, those might come out, which I don't really give two shits about. So at the end of the day, all this stuff could leak. I haven't seen any of it leak yet, but I don't really care, to be honest. There's not much really in there. So enjoy my dick pics.
Congratulations.
If they get out there, I don't even know. So at the end of the day, people got into my bank account. They got into all of basically everything. They got into PayPal. They got into my bank account. They got into You name it, it was logged into. Did they do anything in PayPal? No, not that I could notice. Did they do anything in terms of the photos or video or just personal photos of my family that obviously I wouldn't put on the internet? You know, everyone has a personal life. It's not like I'm hiding anything there. So, you know, by all means, show it all. But I'm just saying, you know, I'm not posting photos of like my grandpa and I or my mom and I. Of course, those are personal things. Those got leaked. So it is what it is. I can't really, you know, there's nothing I could do about that. So that's basically what leaked, like personal information from bank account standpoint, and basically everything that would be personal in my iCloud account. And they got into the PayPal, they got into Streamlabs, they got into basically everything that I had to lock down recently. So at the end of the day, you know, I'm not going to sit back here and be like, I think I knew who it was, or I think this person did it, or somebody said this and it led to that. There's not much to really talk about on that end of things, because what's that going to do? I could say who I think it is, or I think it was, or who might have been involved, but at the end of the day, I don't really have proof at this moment in time. There's not much to talk about in terms of like who I think it was or how it happened. So I'm not going to sit here and speculate. I've seen a lot of people speculating, saying, oh, it was Rich. I really don't think it was directly Rich. Rich is not going to go into my bank account and go into my PayPal directly. I really don't think that. That's just my personal opinion. And to be clear about this too, let me move on to the next topic here, just so we can keep going and have so much fun. Have some fun, I should say. At the end of the day, Rich and I are completely done. We talk to each other. We don't want anything to do with each other. It's not like we're best friends. He said that. I've said that. I'll get to the super chats in a second, John. I appreciate it big time, man. We're not best friends. We didn't bury the hatchet. We didn't talk about what happened in the past. We didn't say kumbaya and hold hands on the top bunk. At the end of the day, nothing to do with Rich. That's the end of that. Rich and I have parted ways. You know, I'm done talking about him. I had some fun there roasting him for the couple of days, which he said was fine. It's all fine. Again, just to be clear, I never got personal with any of that stuff. Never talked about his kids. Never talked about family stuff. Never talked about any of that. We just roasted each other on, you know, a certain level. So at the end of the day, we talk. We had a talk, and that was it. We were just like, let's stop doing this, because look what it led to. I'm not saying he had anything to do with it, but, I mean, I don't know what to say. I got hacked. I don't know who did it. I don't know how it happened. I know to a certain degree. But at the end of the day, that's it. There's not much else to talk about when it comes to that. So, moving forward, I'm definitely not talking about Rich. In fact, I'm not talking about anybody on this stream. I've learned my lessons here. Period says at least get your money back. At this point in time, I didn't. So it is what it is. I mean, what are you going to do? Remember, they can hack our bank accounts. They can even get into our iCloud and see my dick. But they cannot steal our spirits. We will rise again next to each other. And in that moment, rising next to each other, we will stand tall next to each other, risen. Thank you for the support. You can hack my bank, you could look at my dick pics, but you'll never steal my soul. And I will not go quietly into the night. Enjoy the 4th. Go be with your families. Have a good night. I love you all. And remember, you will never hack America again.